The announcement of a Gaza peace deal has brought a mix of emotions and reactions from relatives of hostages and former hostages. While some expressed great joy and anticipation for the return of their loved ones, others remain cautious and hopeful. The deal, which was brokered by Qatar, Egypt, Turkey, and the US, marks a significant step towards ending the war in Gaza and releasing the hostages held by Hamas. However, the road to peace is not without its challenges and controversies. Here's a closer look at the key developments and reactions. Great joy, can't wait to see everyone home. Eli Sharabi, whose brother Yossi's body is being held by Hamas, shared his relief and excitement. Great joy, can't wait to see everyone home. This sentiment was echoed by the mother of hostage Matan Zangauka, who expressed her prayers for her son's return. Matan returns home to me, to you, to the country. For these tears I prayed. My child, you are coming home. The mother of hostage Nimrod Cohen also shared her emotional message. My child, you are coming home. Former British-Israeli hostage Emily Damari celebrated with former hostage Romy Gonen, reciting prayers of gratitude and toasting L'chaim, to life. White House predicts hostage release to begin on Monday. The White House has predicted that the release of hostages will begin on Monday, following Israel's cabinet vote on the deal. A senior official stated that after Israel's withdrawal, which should take under 24 hours, the 72-hour clock to release the Israeli hostages will begin. However, they also noted that Hamas will try to go earlier if possible. Netanyahu, great day for Israel. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu called the agreement a great day for Israel. He plans to convene Israel's government to approve the agreement and bring all our dear hostages home. Netanyahu also thanked Israeli troops and US President Donald Trump and his team for their efforts in releasing the hostages. Hamas confirms Gaza peace deal. Hamas confirmed the deal in a statement, calling for Trump and the involved countries to compel Israel to fully follow the agreement. According to the BBC's US news partner, CBS, Hamas says the agreement will end the war on Gaza, ensure the complete withdrawal of the occupation forces, allow the entry of humanitarian aid, and implement a prisoner exchange. Qatar says peace plan will lead to ending the war. Qatar's foreign ministry confirmed the agreement and announced that the mediators have reached a deal on all provisions and implementation mechanisms of the first phase of the Gaza ceasefire agreement. The agreement will lead to ending the war, releasing Israeli hostages and Palestinian prisoners, and allowing the entry of aid. We will bring them all home. Netanyahu, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, expressed his determination. With God's help, we will bring them all home, referring to the Israeli hostages held by Hamas in Gaza. This statement reflects the hope and resolve of the Israeli government to bring their citizens home. Announcement comes after days of negotiations. President Trump's announcement followed a series of dramatic developments at the location of mediated negotiations between Israel and Hamas in Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt, and in Washington. Trump had said he expected to fly to Egypt as soon as this weekend, and Secretary of State Marco Rubio passed him a note informing him that a deal was very close. A tense White House turns to a flurry of activity. The last several hours at the White House were tense but quiet, with reporters waiting for any development. The announcement finally came via Truth Social, sending the White House into a flurry of activity. Reporters sprinted outside to their camera crews, and the basement was filled with typing sounds. Trump says Israel and Hamas agree to first phase of peace plan. US President Donald Trump announced on social media that Israel and Hamas have both signed off on the first phase of our peace plan. He emphasized that all hostages will be released soon, and Israel will withdraw its troops to an agreed-upon line, marking a significant step towards a strong, durable, and everlasting peace. Trump also thanked the mediators from Qatar, Egypt, and Turkey for their efforts. When will Trump travel? As of Wednesday night, there is no firm indication of when Trump may travel to the Middle East. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt mentioned that Trump was planning to go to the Walter Reed Medical Center for a meeting with troops and a yearly checkup, and then return to the White House. She added that he is considering a trip to the Middle East shortly thereafter. Rubio passes Trump a note on very close deal. Secretary of State Marco Rubio passed Trump a note informing him that a deal was very close. Trump looked at the note and seemed satisfied, stating that the note informed him that we are very close to a deal. He then exited the room to focus on the Middle East. Trump says Gaza deal very close. US President Donald Trump confirmed that a peace deal in Gaza is very close. After days of indirect talks between Israel and Hamas in Egypt, Trump made these comments while speaking at the White House, where Secretary of State Marco Rubio entered and passed him a note, suggesting he approve a Truth Social post about Gaza so that you can announce first. This developing story highlights the complex and emotional journey towards peace in Gaza, with relatives of hostages and former hostages expressing a mix of emotions and hopes for the future. As the deal moves forward, the world watches with anticipation, hoping for a lasting resolution to the conflict.